Hello friends, my name is Palomore, and I decided to start this video off in stealth, since it's a rogue guide, and I'm a rogue, and I like to be in stealth. It's really fun here in the shadows. In today's video, we're going to be doing a Mythic Plus walkthrough guide. It's been very highly requested, so without further ado, let's vanish into the content. Alright guys, welcome back to another video. Thank you very much for tuning in. Today we have the highly requested Mythic Plus walkthrough. So in today's guide, it looks like I'm showing up a little bit late to the party. I guess the first thing I can do is grab some snacks from the mage table and show you guys my talents. This is what I think will be best for Mythic Plus. Poisons are going to be instant and mind-numbing. I'm not going to dive into depth, I'm not going to dive into... Oh my goodness. I'm not going to dive into my talents too deep. I have a ton of videos going over talents and stuff. This is going to be more to show you guys the pace of Mythic Plus gameplay as a sub-rogue, to give you a better understanding. If you haven't seen my single target guide, I'd go watch that. And if you haven't seen my AoE guide, I'd watch that first. But this video is to kind of bring all of those components together in action. So, right off the bat, we're going to pop Shadow Blades and all of our damage cooldowns on the first pull. And that is because I believe it'll be 3 minutes till we're to a boss, and that is probably worth using my cooldowns nice and early. As you can see, the damage meters would agree. That sounded so arrogant, but it actually was not. Anyways, something really important to note, and something really important to kind of just say in general, is that we are sub-rogues, and we have cooldowns that come up very fast, right? We have Shadow Dance. Every time we use finishers, we're going to be able to get that Shadow Dance back even faster. Every time we use Echoing Reprimand, we're going to get a Mastery buff to hit harder with finishers. We have these abilities, and we need to use them because they're on really short cooldowns. Every single time Shadow Dance is up, you should be looking to use it. Every single time Symbol's up, you should be trying to use it efficiently. Making the most out of your cooldowns as a sub-rogue is going to be like one of the biggest things that makes you stand out, especially in Mythic Plus. It's very fast-paced for sub-rogues. I remember it's kind of similar back when I was playing Fire Mage. You know, you're always looking to build combustions. So right here, I actually was contemplating multi-dotting, but I put a Rupture on one. I'm just going to focus one of them down. When it comes to multi-dotting, I would say if it's a high key and the targets are going to live long enough, definitely consider it. But for a low key, I probably wouldn't multi-dot. Things are going to die very fast. So watch here. Right here, the second I do this, I get Shadow Dance back. Gonna pop Shadow Dance. Get Echoing Reprimand back. I'm going to pop that. That's going to give me big damage buff. Symbols to spread Find Weakness. And now we can kind of go into some single target for a sec here. And you might notice, once again, I'm Shadow Dancing on a mob that's almost dead. This pack's almost dealt with, but it doesn't matter because even though it looks like it's like 40 seconds of cooldown, every time you use these finishers, it's going to get lower and lower and lower, and it's already 15 seconds till it's up again. Anyways, I just want to put this out here as a disclaimer as well. This walkthrough, the point of this video, this is a big pull, by the way. I would not be surprised if this doesn't work out. But the big point of this video is not to show you guys, you know, how to optimally get through Mythic Plus dungeons, but to specifically, as a rogue, how to kind of fit in with the pace of the gameplay and really do your job. Nice little pack here. You'll notice sometimes that I am not, I'll step kick that. You'll notice sometimes that I am not going to be topping damage, and that's fine. That's World of Warcraft for you. Other people have cooldowns too. They're going to use their cooldowns. That's absolutely fine. You're not going to top every single pull. Unless you're some crazy broken class. Alright, moving along here. Another AoE pack. So just like my AoE video, we generally look to engage with a Shadow Strike to get pre-med up. Symbols into this. I'm going to save Shadow Dance this time. Reason being, because the boss is pretty close, and I want to build up blades up for the boss. We'll use Echoing Reprimand. We actually land on our point. That's really cool. Shadow Dance after Shadow Dance. This is what it comes down to, guys. You can actually see on the bottom that add-on is called Trophy GCD. You can use that add-on if you want to have your abilities displayed as you use them, just like me. You got a double pack here. This would be an example where I think multi-dotting is good. So I'm going to actually go ahead and multi-dot both of these guys up. I think they'll live long enough to get a full, not full, but enough value out of Rupture that it's worth putting Rupture on both of them. And you got to remember the rotation. It's going to be for 2 targets. Shadow Strike's going to be our #1 pick here. But if you don't have Shadow Strike, and you only have backstab, you're going to get more value probably out of Shuriken Toss. But yeah, it looks like I did get good value out of the double dot ruptures there. All right, finishing these guys up. Time for the boss. I believe this boss, you want to attack the small guy, then big guy, then small guy. I would save your burst for the phase when you get increased damage here. So it looks like we're going to go ahead and pop stuff right away, use the anima point. I'm actually on the wrong target. I'm going to pop blades now anyways. But yeah, I think it's you kill the big guy, then the small guy. So yeah, like I said, this is not a guide on how to optimally do keys. It's how to play rogue, the pace of the gameplay. But yeah, it's really maintaining that shadow dance, guys. As you can see, whole group's doing really great DPS right now. Get a big echoing up. Get the anima point. I think he'll be rezzing the big guy here. Back on the big guy. Get a dot on him. And we burst away. Every time you have Vanish, you can go ahead and throw that in. It's going to let you benefit because of your talent up here. Shadow Focus. It's going to make you get an ability off that costs less energy. It looks like these guys were just focusing the boss down. Somebody to note, I just popped Cloak of Shadows, and that's because of the blue crud all over the ground. I did actually just refer to it as crud. Sorry if that bothered you. But basically, it's really important as well that we use the blue, or sorry. It's really important that we use Cloak of Shadows aggressively and we're aware of how it works. Because keeping that in mind allows us to play really aggressively as a sub-rogue. You know, if you see a pool of crap on the ground, you don't need to panic and move out of the way. All you have to do is adapt your gameplay a little bit and pop Cloak. That's all you gotta do. These guys, I don't think I'm going to multi-dot. I was about to, but I could probably burst this guy down pretty quick. Land on the anima point. Perfect, perfect, perfect. That's a very cool ability. They should, that looks like a League of Legends Pantheon ability, or at least the old one. Alright, for this puzzle, it's going to be this one. Basically, a bunch of these pillars will show up. I don't know the exact mechanics, but I'm pretty sure it's the one that's the most indifferent to the others, is how you can tell what one is the correct one for the puzzle. I just misclicked my trinket and realized I'm wearing my PvP trinket. So, we will be changing that after the pull. That's funny because my friend just whispered me saying that he's got the wrong talents as well, the Rip Pally. Lucky little anima point there. Very nice. Can you actually change gear on Mythics? You actually can't. Well, I'm rocking double PvP trinkets. Alright, coming in here. Symbols into the shuriken. That's going to spread find weakness. And then back to the black powder. That's all it is, guys. Make sure you're not standing in abilities, of course. It's also very important to make sure you're in auto range, so you're going to benefit from these constant auto attacks. Rocket boost over here. This one's a leaf. That one's a hollow leaf. I can't see the far one. But basically, once again, what is the most indifferent? This one is because it's a circle and a different shape. Alright, moving along here. I'm actually going to pop my blades on this pack. I think I have time before the boss, and I can benefit a lot from it. So we're going to cloak instead of moving out of these abilities. It looks like somebody else is getting us hit anyways, so it doesn't really matter. Obviously, if there's stuff you can interrupt, be on top of your interrupts. But yeah, over here, this one's going to be a leaf with a circle, and this one, I think that one's the wrong one, or I mean the right one. The most indifferent is what I meant. It looked like I just corrected myself because I was wrong, but I actually am telling you I was not. Anyways, we got a big frog here. I actually have this guy as my mount. Really cool stuff. Turn my back here, and that's a little trick to make sure you can land on an anima point without accidentally auto-attacking. But I wouldn't overthink that trick because it can sometimes net a DPS loss if you do it while you have things like Shadow Blades up. Anyways, let's make sure we can get this guy down nice and efficiently. Use a mouse over Shadow Step here. This guy didn't trust in me. It looked like he life gripped me. Popping that Shadow Dance always. I don't think it's enough time to get value out of Rupture, so we're not going to Rupture. We'll just hit him with 5 and 6 combo point eviscerates and keep pumping Shadow Strikes. And down goes Ven Froggy. If you catch that reference, let me know in the comments. Looks like 2 circles. It's probably going to be the green one over here. It's got no circle and it's a different shape. Perfect. Another big juicy AoE pull. You can also put tricks on your tank if you want. Apparently I can't cast this if he's mounted, but that will also help. Apply Find Weakness to everything. Do that AoE opening combo. Unfortunately, we do have to be a little bit careful here because we have this thing on us and we don't have Cloak, so you want to stay away from your group. And then now that I have Cloak, I can come back and just stand right in here and get all the DPS off. Something I want to talk about really quick too. A lot of people like to run Shadow Technique, or Secret Technique. I have dealt so much with this in my comments, you guys would not believe it. But I am telling you right now, between MOS and Secret Technique, it's going to come down to preference. I think Secret Technique performs technically through Sims a little bit better, but both of them give you extremely good value. This is a preference pick. If you disagree with me, please don't put it in the comments. I've answered that comment like 500 times, and I think it's safe to say they're both good picks, okay? This puzzle, it looks like it's probably going to be this one because there's no circle, but these ones are the same shape. It's actually a tricky one. I think it's going to be the far one with no circle. That's what I'm going to risk everything on. This guy, for some reason, decided to charge into the most obvious one, so I'm not too sure about that. But I'll catch you when we're back. If you guys are enjoying the video so far, please press the like button. It helps me so much. Thank you. All right, so coming back down here, we know it's not this one. It was between these two. I'm just going to take one for the boys. I'll probably just cut this part out, except you're seeing it, so I probably won't. I can't believe that actually just happened. I mean, to be fair, if you know how to deal with that, let me know in the comments, but I'm pretty sure the puzzle is you go by the most obvious difference, and one of them didn't have a circle, and one of them was a different shape, so it's got to be this one then, surely. There we go. All right, back to the pool. We got AoE. Put tricks up, get in here, pop Echoing, spread Find Weakness, and then we can get into our normal rotation, and we're just going to Cloak and stand right in the middle. Apparently, Cloak doesn't work for this ability. That's unfortunate. But yeah, we're going to want to make sure we're always pressing Shadow Dance, guys. Always, always, always. You're going to get Shadow Dance back so fast. You're going to get so much value out of using it because we're running MOS. It gives 15% damage increase. It's such a good spell. You get it back so fast, especially with enveloping 2 charges and reduced cooldown. Let me check these two really quick. Okay, what's this one? That's going to be that. Once again, it's a 50-50. If you know how to figure this out 100% of the time, let me know, guys. All right, coming down to another boss here. I remember this guy was a lot of dodging skill shots. So once again, we're going to Blades right away. And we're going to Shadow Strike into this. Get the full combo into him. Dodgeball time. I could have just consumed that, but I missed it. Not going to overthink it. Let an auto attack. Perfect. All right, guessing game. For this part, we're just going to look at these. It's going to be the... I believe it's this one, the leaf. This is the only one that's a leaf, so we'll go ahead and go for this one. And once we take that out, the boss is back up. We can reapply a bleed here, and then we're going to vanish for Shadow Focus since we don't have Shadow Dance charges, and continue to burst. Symbols is up right now. We're going to hang on to it. We're going to save that until we have Shadow Dance. Looking at the circles really quick, it's going to be this one. Make sure we dodge the dodgeballs there. I'm not going to go ahead and... I will burst this, but I will not put a Rupture on it because it's going to die really quick. It looks like the Fox guy got my group members. That's okay. Quick dodgeball here. And we'll use the Anima Point. Get another Tricks of the Trade up. Help the tank with Threat. Never hurts. 3-point Eviscerate just so we can launch back into Shadow Dance really quick. Sometimes if you're only 2 seconds or so off Shadow Dance and you really could use access to it, you can simply... just use a finisher and get you there. So once again, this one looks like it's going to be the leaf. It's the only one that looks like this leaf. And since the boss is about to die, I'm just going to preemptively Cloak anyways. And I'm going to pop my symbols without dance because he's going down in 1 second. So there's another boss dealt with. All right, jumping off this edge here, you want to be real careful. Tried to mouse over Shadow Step. For some reason it didn't work. But make sure you don't land on the land. Nice little combo here. Every time you land on the Anima Point, do your best to use it. What I can do here is I can actually multi-stun, because these guys are quite a pain. This guy you actually have to kick, not stun. But things are looking okay here. Once again, one of those points where you just want to use a finisher quick just so you can get Shadow Dance up. Another great example of that. Another thing to talk about is AoE stealthing. I don't know the specific spots where AoE stealth is going to be the most beneficial yet, but definitely keep that in mind. That's going to save your group a lot of time. This will be a nice big pack for us. Make sure we kick stuff, we get our ability up, and we want to spread Find Weakness with symbols. Sometimes you feel like you're pumping hard and you look at the DPS meters and you're just not doing that hot. Don't let it get to your head, guys. Like I said, I'm a very experienced player at this game. It is okay to not win the DPS every single pull. Alright, so symbols, spread Find Weakness with Shuriken Storm, and then you're just Shuriken into Black Powder. That's all you do on these big pulls. If you're running Secret Technique, it might be different. We're going to pop a Cloak here, just to stay on top of our game. Go ahead and get a kick on that. Throw a stun on this guy, and maybe a quick cheap shot on this guy. That's fine. I'm really digging the pace of this tank. I really like his playstyle here. Alright, so spread Find Weakness, spread out from others, really important. Looks like my group members are stacking on me, making it very hard. Cool, cool, cool. Wait for one auto to generate me a point. Could not get it. That's okay. We're just going to slice and dice. Shadow Meld to get up here. All right. Symbols is coming back up. Trying to avoid my party. It is what it is, though. Spreading Find Weakness again. That's going to be a pretty important step of everything in this video. It's just that combo of symbols into Shuriken Storm to guarantee that you can spread Find Weakness to all the enemies. Another boss coming up here. That's why we've been hanging on to Shadow Blades. So now we can put it into work. For reference, by the way, my friend is a Rep Pally, but I have no idea who this group is. These are very random people that I just joined a group with to record this video. So go easy on me in terms of like how good this Mythic Plus group is. I don't know anybody, okay? I'm just out here lone wolfing it pretty much. And that's that. Soak up the anima point. Looks like here's a quick dodge mechanic. Somebody else kicked. Really good. Pretty easy fight. Don't stand in mechanics. And pump away. In case you're wondering about Legendary, in case I haven't said that, I'm running a Kari's. I have the 210 version on my gloves. It's better to get on your helmet, but I go ahead and I have it on the gloves because a guildie actually gave me the gloves for free. That is why. Alright, so keeping in mind earlier what I said about Cloak of Shadows, this might be one of those boss fights where it starts to get to a point where it's kind of cluttered, and you really just want to focus on optimizing your DPS, once again using this trick. When you need to optimize and focus your DPS, you can go ahead and use Cloak of Shadows, so you don't need to worry about any positional requirements. So right here I'm going to cloak and just stand in this to show you a demonstration. And that's going to go ahead and be the dungeon, guys. I actually thought there was more bosses, but I guess that was it. Let's see if I got any loot. Boom. I don't know if this is actually 100% or not, but I guess I have another legendary and some anima and a key. So right on. Anyways, guys, I really, really hope this could be helpful. Like I said, a lot of the times when I do these kind of walkthrough videos, I do feel like I'm being boring and maybe not the most helpful, but you guys seem to respond very well. You give me really good feedback. You like the video. So if that's the case, thank you so much for watching. If I couldn't help you, I'm really sorry. I hope I can get you in the next one. But yeah, we'll wrap this up. Thank you guys and have a great day.